In round 4 with pick 106, the New England Patriots have finally added somebody to the defensive side of the football, and they drafted safety Craig Woodson out of the University of California. I think overall this is a pretty good pick, knowing the Patriots did need to address the secondary just a little bit, especially at that safety position. They do have some young guys in the depth chart, but overall this is a safety group that's led by Jabril Peppers and Kyle Dugger, most of whom we played without last season. Dugger with injuries, Jabril Peppers with issues that happen off of the field. So I'm glad the New England Patriots decided to add a little bit of young skills to this more veteran depth chart in the safety position. But we're going to break down this pick here for the Patriots on the back half, breaking down what may come in round 5 as they have 3 picks, and then what also could happen in round 7 as they have 2 picks as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in here to Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Allie Barefoot. I'm just going to go on ahead and just give you this right off the bat. Go on ahead and grade the Woodson draft pick. A, B, C, D, or F. Tell me what you guys think just off the bat, what you know about a guy like Woodson, and then I'll break down what the NFL analysts are saying and how he's actually going to fit into the Patriots as he moves forward, possibly in the depth chart. Don't see this guy being a starter next year, but he does have a lot of experience in terms of special teams, so maybe he could get a little bit of experience in the NFL as a special teams member this year, learning underneath a guy like Kyle Dugger and Jabril Peppers, and then possibly flourishing in year 2 and year 3. So go on ahead and give me your pick down below. All right, here is what Tom Downey, our NFL analyst at Chat Sports, had to say, that he's a fluid athlete who has a good feel as the play develops. And I really do know this about Woodson, that he has a very agile feet. He's got fluid hips. He's very open in coverage, and he does know how to read a quarterback like the back of his hand, which is always great for a guy that likes to play a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage, as Downey says, productive at the line of scrimmage and a backside chaser. However, the downside is can sometimes bite on a quarterback's eyes. I have seen some of the negatives and the weaknesses about a guy like Woodson is that sometimes he gets beaten at the break by an average route runner. So this just seems like a development project for a guy like Terrell Williams and Mike Vrabel to really start to develop him as he starts to find his footing here in the NFL. And I think there's really, in one position that the Patriots have plenty of veterans, it's going to be the safety position with Peppers and with Dugger. So as you guys can see here, not crazy stats right off the bat, but I really do like the 2 interceptions. I also like the 9 pass breakups. You know, Christian Gonzalez had 11 pass breakups in his third season in the NFL. So maybe he could start to learn a little bit with the cornerback guys, and I feel like he could maybe just gain a friendship with those guys in the secondary as well. 70 tackles, 3 tackles for loss. So clearly a day 3, round 4 type of pick, and I'm not mad at it. Honestly, I think that we needed to address the linebacker room just because we did find out that later, after the Patriots were well done with their season, that Kyle Dugger actually had surgery on his ankle. And they kept telling him, it's a severe bone bruise. It's a bone bruise. You're fine. Keep playing through it. So he did. And then he had to get surgery on it because the ligament was actually detached from his bone, so he had to take care of that. Obviously, he is set to still be ready for the 2025 season, but having that injury there with Kyle Dugger, I think this is a good pickup just to add a little bit more depth there. Same thing with a guy like Marcus Epps. I think that they're still trying to develop their safety room. Jalen Hawkins as well. So adding another depth chart piece is definitely not bad by any means. Probably not going to hear this name a lot called if I had to guess in terms of the 2025 highlights, but I do think as a special teams member and as somebody that may possibly continue to develop for the next couple of seasons under, veterans, captains even, like Jabril Peppers and Kyle Dugger, I do think this is a pretty good move for the Patriots. I was intrigued to see when they would finally take their first defensive draft pick. And, of course, that is going to come on day 4, which I think overall is not a bad selection there for New England. Obviously, Will Campbell went round 1. We addressed the offensive tackle needs. Then Travion Henderson went round 2, a great pass-blocking running back. Very excited to see what Henderson can do. Kyle Williams, a very athletic wide receiver, probably going to be fighting for a wide receiver 2 position, but may be a wide receiver 3 in his first year. Have to wait and see. Jared Wilson, just a natural born athlete coming out of Georgia here. I mean, he knows how to become best friends with his center. with his quarterback, but at center, knowing we have Garrett Bradbury, still got some more time to develop. And then, as you guys can see here, we do still have plenty of picks in the 5th round, 144, 146, 171. So the Patriots are still going to continue to add more and more players here. Intrigued to see if it'll be more offense or defense in this round 5 selection, but we are going to go defense here with the safety out of California for Craig Woodson here in the 4th round. So before I break down a little bit more about moving forward here into the draft and what the Patriots could possibly do with those picks, let me tell you guys real quick about our sponsor on today's show, and that is going to be Game Time. If you guys want tickets to any sporting event, concert, comedy show, or maybe even the theater, Game Time is the app to use. This is the only app I use when I am getting tickets to any event, whether it's just for myself, my friends, or maybe just, want to take my family out there in town. And not to mention, my boyfriend and I actually took his brother and sister-in-law to their first ever NHL game when they came to visit us here in Texas, and they absolutely loved it. I got 4 tickets and great seats for less than $100. That is why I use Game Time, is because it's going to be the lowest price guaranteed. Not to mention, you guys can also save up to 60% off when you get last-minute ticket deals to your favorite sporting events like the Patriots, the Red Sox, the Bruins, or the Celtics. You can also get that deal with concerts and comedy shows and maybe even the theater. So if you guys want to go ahead and download the Game Time app, just be sure to use promo code CHATSPORTS. That is going to give you guys $20 off your first time buying tickets while terms do apply. Again, download the Game Time app. Use promo code ChatSports. That'll give you guys $20 off when you buy tickets for the first time while terms do apply. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Well, it's game time. Tom Downey's best available heading into round 5. Very intrigued here that the Patriots have not swooped up Eliot Iomanner. I'm really surprised nobody has scooped up the wide receiver out of Stanford. Obviously, when I am making this video, he is still on the board. I'm actually also very intrigued that Dylan Sampson is there as well. And that is kind of what I wanted from the Patriots in round 2, to take wide receivers and then, maybe pick up running backs later down the line. Because think about this. The New York Giants selected Cam Scatabo, 1 pick ahead of the Patriots taking Craig Woodson. I do like the move of Travion Henderson. I think he is a great addition to the Patriots backfield, and you needed a strong running back. If you're going to have a guy like Drake May who's going to run the passing game, you have got to establish the game on the ground. So knowing they already have their wide receiver, they've got Kyle Williams, they got Travion Henderson in running backs, they've got their offensive tackle in Will Campbell. Very intrigued here to see where the Patriots now go. Personally, I would like them probably to pick up maybe an edge rusher as we go back to the first handful of best available now. Jack Sawyer may be off the board for the Patriots when it comes to pick number 144. So we may have to move to a guy like Antoine, or maybe even down the list of Tom Downey's best available here. But the Patriots do still have plenty of other draft picks here to go. So they ended up trading down from pick number 77 all the way down to 95. So ignore 77. That was actually pick number 95. They were Jared Wilson, the center out of Georgia. And they picked up a trade with the Carolina Panthers that did get them the round 5, pick number 146 overall. So I'm probably assuming here the Patriots will probably try to trade one of those picks, 144 to 146. I mean, unless they want to pick up 2 players back-to-back in round 5, we do still have another option with pick 171, thanks to Joe Milton and that Dallas trade. And then, of course, 2 picks here left in round 7. So obviously New England does still have plenty of positions they can address. I think the edge position is probably the next one that I would try and mark off the board if I am the Patriots. But I think so far, Eliot Wolf and Mike Vrabel have really done a great job so far with this draft. They've really been addressing the needs and jumping on them very early, which I can't believe. I haven't really been able to say that too much in the past other than a guy like Drake May. So let me go on ahead and bring up here what the Patriots still have left to do and what they're trying to do here as they move forward in this draft. But overall, I want to say that I want to give this grade so far of the Patriots an A solid A. I think they've done a really good job of addressing the positions that they do need, and hopefully being able to grab some other positions at the best available. This is now when you can go best available. I know Mike Vrabel earlier wanted to get best available in round 1, round 2, but it's just not what New England needed at the time. So I am glad that overall this is kind of where they ended up going with the Patriots, as they have done pretty well here so far in the draft. So I've got one more question here for you guys before we do hop off, and that is going to be, who should the Patriots take with their next pick? Obviously, that's going to be in the 5th round, so, probably just looking for another depth piece for New England. But who should the Patriots draft next? Go on ahead. Let me know in the comments section down below. I will make a video once round 5 is over. So be sure to hit that sub button on Patriots Today by Chat Sports if you guys want the latest.